This is not the man I met. He is egotistical. He disrespects me.
This entire marriage has been forced upon me.
When you don't have trust, when you don't have that foundation, the relationship is over before it starts.
I'm at my breaking point. He has a problem with spending.
You have champagne taste on a soda water budget.
Yes,
What's
honey,
going on?
come on, champagne taste. It's about the taste, not about the budget.
You can't trust him anymore. The man that I married would never have done that.
I'm not going to advise her to try to make this work because I think it's dangerous. I think it's gone beyond that. Here is today's case.
She says her husband spent their life savings on a school bus and didn't consult with her before doing so. She also says his mother's feelings take priority over their marriage, and she's had enough. Can this couple fix their issues? That's today's case on Divorce Court.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, our virtual audience is filled with your super fans. Today's super fan of the day is Tim from the Big Apple, New York City.
Hi, Tim. Welcome to Divorce Court. We're so happy to have you with us. Enjoy.
Your Honor, this is the case of Hagewood versus Hagewood.
Thank you, Juan. Miss Katie Hagewood.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have brought your husband of 4 years, Mr. Shawn Hagewood,
Yes, Your Honor.
to divorce court today. You said things started off well in your marriage, but they have quickly taken a turn for the worse. You are here, ma'am, to try to resolve some of these issues in your relationship or make a decision about going your separate ways?
Yes.
Okay, I'll start with you, Miss Hagewood. Why don't you give me some background?
Well, Your Honor, I am here today because I feel like at times I am married to Shawn's mother and not just him. He has put all of our life savings that we had into a bus to take our family on and live on and travel. And he has stopped all of his responsibilities at the house with helping with the kids.
What do you have to say about that, Mr. Hagewood?
Your Honor, her perception of me is all wrong. Our relationship has been amazing. I do help out, just not in the ways that she wants me to help out. She seems to just criticize every move that I make, criticize my mother's involvement in our relationship. I feel like if she took a step back and looked at the big picture, she'd appreciate the finer details.
Well, let's take a step back and look at the big picture, Ms. Hagewood. What do you say is happening? Give me some examples of why you say your marriage is now on the brink because of the reasons you described here in court today.
Well, as I said, it feels like I am married to his mother. We moved into a family member's house, and it was directly across the street from his mom. It was great to have her help with the children and for her to be around when we needed her, but she has become a little too comfortable. There was an instance one day where Shawn likes to play video games. So he was playing video games, and I really needed help around the house with the laundry, dishes, and the kids were being a little difficult at that moment in time. So he continued to play the video game, and I continued to ask him, please get off of your and help me around the house.
Ms. Hagewood, just watch your language for me.
So sorry.
I know you're upset, but...
So I got so fed up that I went and unplugged the gaming console. I took it, and I gave it to my next door neighbor.
You just gave it to the neighbor?
She has kids. They needed it more than my 31-year-old husband, who should not be playing video games as much as he does. His mother, the next day, comes over to our house with a present. And it was a brand new gaming console that she had bought for Shawn because she felt that what I did was completely and totally wrong, which probably a little irrational on my part to probably do that, but I was fed up.
How did your mother find out that she'd given away your gaming system?
I told her because I was upset.
So you went to your mom.
I talked to my mom about everything.
So you walked across the street, told your mom that she gave away the gaming system, and you saw nothing wrong with her buying you a new one the next day. You were appreciative.
Yeah, because she has my back, unlike my wife.
I do have your back. But
What
you
else
are
do you
a spoiled
say?
child sometimes at 31 years old.
Well, I'm not a child. I'm a grown man, and I act like one. Whether or not you want to see that is a different story.
It's all about perspective, according to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me another example of why you say his mother has been causing an issue and interfering in your marriage.
Well, as I said, he does not help out around the house. So one day I had to work a double. I had to go into work. I was working all day, so I had asked him to please keep up with the laundry, least he could do, instead of sitting around playing video games all day. I come home from work, and his mother is in our room folding clothes. She had already done 3 loads of laundry, and she was on her last one. And I asked her why she was there. She then told me that Shawn said that he was overwhelmed with the amount of work that he had to do around the house and that he needed her help. So she came over and did all of our laundry for us while Shawn played video games all day.
See, that's
So
an
you
assumption.
weren't okay with his mom doing the laundry? The laundry got done,
The
but you were
laundry
still
did get
upset?
done. I was appreciative of that, but I had asked my husband to do it, not his mother.
What do you have to say, sir?
My mother does the laundry better than her, better than me. She does it faster. See, with Katie, it's a whole day ordeal doing the laundry.
Because I'm
You know, you
also
can
doing all of
focus
the
on
rest of the
these-
housework and taking care of the kids.
You can focus on these remedial tasks so much, but you lose sight of what's important. I spend time with my kids. They enjoy video games. I don't see the problem in that. And
So
she
you're-
doesn't seem to think that that's genuine bonding time.
Because your philosophy is the laundry is getting done.
It's getting done.
Whether it's by you, your mother, it's done, the clothes are clean, and everyone should be happy.
Exactly.
You said that another issue in your relationship are your husband's impulsive purchases and making unilateral decisions about your finances.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Shawn was furloughed last year at the start of the pandemic, but he had $20,000 in savings that he had saved up because we were trying to buy a house. One day I got home from work, he tells me he has a surprise for me, and we go across the street to his mother's house, and parked in the back of his mother's driveway is this rinky-dink old school bus that he spent $5,000 on. Since then, he has spent the rest of his savings, the $15,000 that he had left over, putting that
It's
into
an
the school bus.
investment.
He is back to work, but now both of us are having to work our butts off to come up with
Always
that
had to
money
work
again.
your butts off.
Why did you buy a school bus?
You were just spending so much time on doing chores and keeping up with all these material possessions and belongings, and we're not spending enough time creating what's really important, which is memories. So I feel like if I could build this off-the-grid vehicle with all the amenities of home, it's gonna free up so much, and it's gonna create adventure. We're both young, we're both ready and able to do something like this.
So you wanna
And
live on the bus?
So many families are doing this already.
You want to live on the bus?
Yes, not forever, but at least for like 2 years.
That is a big purchase. You bought
Like
it
I said, I saved up
conversing with me
$20,000
about
before.
it.
I can save up
It's not a-
$20,000 again. My mom supports me in my decisions. I just don't understand why she can't. My mother's here today, actually.
Why am I not surprised that your mother's here in court today? You bought a short blue and white school bus to live off the land without speaking to your wife about it. That's what you're telling me today?
Yes, I did do that, and I'm proud of it. There's
And
lots of.
you made this decision and spent $20,000 on this bus on your own. Where's the bus now?
It's still in my mother's side yard next to the driveway. I drive it around from time to time, but I'm still working on it constantly.
So you've made a lot of the improvements that you say you were going to make on it.
Yeah, I think there's a video of me working really hard to buff the floors. You see that?
Yeah.
That's the floor of the bus that I'm polishing off to get rid of rust.
Ms. Hagewood, do you want to live on a short blue and white school bus and travel the land for 2 years?
No, I do not.
Okay, there's your answer.
I
And
think
he
I can
also
change your
expects
mind,
me.
though.
He also expects me to pull our children out of school and homeschool them while living on the bus, all because his mother homeschools a family member. And if she can do it, then I guess I can do it, even though, once again, I work full time.
And then when we're on the school bus, I'll be the one working, so you won't have to. That was the whole idea. And when it's finished, you're gonna love it. You won't be able to say no.
So, Mr. Hagewood, you did not think that you needed to consult with your wife?
I thought it'd be a pleasant surprise.
You thought it'd be, really? That's what you really thought?
I genuinely thought that, yes, I did.
I don't think you did. I think you didn't tell her because you knew the answer would be not no, but you know what I mean.
Hell no.
Well, my mom supports me in my decisions. I just don't understand why she can't.
I do support you, but that is a big purchase. You bought
Like
it
I
without
said, I saved up
conversing with me
$20,000
about
before.
it.
I can save up $20,000 again.
It's not just a purchase, it's a complete lifestyle change. What were you saying about your mom?
She supports my decision, and she may not agree with the leaving part, but she appreciates my passion for things that I care about. My mother's here today, actually.
Why am I not surprised that your mother's here in court today? Warren, would you
I am a
please bring
mama's
in the
boy.
witness?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Colleen Hagewood?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're gonna go over here by the podium.
Ms. Hagewood, thank you for being here in court today, ma'am. I've heard a lot about you. I understand that you have some testimony you'd like to offer about your son and his relationship with his wife.
Thank you, Your Honor. You know, my son, Shawn, and I have a very special bond. He's my oldest child. He's my only son. And there is a special bond between a mother and son. And Katie knew that when they got together. And what I don't understand is all the help that I give, you know, helping with cleaning their house and doing laundry, that helps her. It just seems like she's just being very unappreciative.
And Your Honor, it was actually her idea to move across the street from my parents in the first place.
To save money, and it was a family member's house. That is why, because we paid lower rent.
Do you have a key to their home?
Well, yes, I do have a key, but I mean, they have a key to my home as well because, you know, if their house needs to be cleaned, I might go over there and clean it. Because, you know, she does work a lot, and they have 2 children.
And I'm busy on the bus most of the time.
Colleen, I think it's time that you give the key back, though.
She's not giving the key back.
She needs to at least announce when she's coming over from now on, and yes, I would like the key back. But knowing you, you've probably made another one, so.
Ms. Hage, your mother-in-law says she doesn't understand why her actions are an issue for you in your marriage. Why don't you take a few minutes and explain what you feel is happening?
I do appreciate all of her help. I really do. But at this point, it is time to seriously cut the cord, and both of them just need to
But when you marry
have
someone,
a separate relationship out of my marriage.
you basically marry the family. I mean, that's just how it is.
But I did not marry you.
If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free, 1-877-311-2222, or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Miss the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content.
I do appreciate all of her help. I really do. But I did not marry Colleen. I married Shawn. But at this point, it is time to seriously cut the cord, and both of them just need to
But when you marry
have
someone,
a separate relationship out of my marriage.
you basically marry the family. I mean, that's just how it is.
But I did not marry you.
You were not this tightly wound when I met you.
She's at our house every single day.
That's an exaggeration,
So
Your Honor.
here's what needs to happen here. I do agree with you. When you marry someone, you also marry into the entire family. But in that scenario, there are also boundaries. When you do get married, your priority becomes your wife and your children. So that's the priority. And everyone else, you have your family, you love them, you spend time with them, you do all of those things, but you create boundaries. Especially when a spouse in a marriage expresses to you they want more boundaries, they would like to solve issues between the two of you without always having someone else involved. That's when you have to really take a step back, make some observations, and make some adjustments. Why did you buy him a new game console?
Well, I just didn't understand why she would have done that. I mean, yes, he does play video games, but so do my 2 grandsons. I just felt like it was very reactionary on her part and rude, to be quite honest.
But why did you think it was your right to step in and become active in solving what you thought was a problem between them?
He's a good person, and I just felt like, you know, he deserved to have the video game system. And I thought it was really odd for her to just give it away to the neighbors. I mean,
do you think she's a good person?
I think Katie is a good person, but I think that she can be a controlling sometimes.
Miss Hagewood.
I'm sorry, that just slipped out. I'm feeling.
It slipped. Miss Hagewood. Miss Hagewood, you have a son that you've raised. And what you do when you raise your children is you instill in them the proper foundation so they can grow up and then go on and have their journey in their own lives and make decisions based on the wonderful foundation that you've given them, but you haven't really let go of raising your son. Every marriage has conflict. You know how you grow through that conflict? The 2 people who are married learn how to navigate it on their own without having someone else come in and get in the midst of it.
And I probably wouldn't be so controlling in your eyes if you would just stop trying to take over our house and like come and take over all the responsibilities.
I don't feel like I'm taking control of your house. Every once in a while, I'll help out.
You bought him a brand new gaming system. Like, that wasn't
It wasn't just for him. It was for the grandkids as well.
But I don't even like them to play it.
Miss Hagewood, Miss Hagewood, where's the bus?
In my driveway.
Okay. How long are you gonna let this bus stay in your driveway, Miss Hagewood? Do you support this theory that your son wants to take his wife and 2 children and travel the American soil for the next 2 years?
Well, I will say this. This is one thing that I do agree with Katie on. I think the bus idea is ridiculous.
And that's because for those 2
Now
years
you
they won't
change
be.
your story? I love you, Mom, but
Sorry.
Miss Hagewood, and the real reason is because you know he won't be living across the street from you anymore.
Exactly.
You won't be able to do the laundry.
Exactly.
well, I was gonna use this as an opportunity to help her detach a little bit, but if it's that important to you, you can just come with us.
You could always just travel on the bus with your mother then.
You don't see that as a problem that your son had just said you can come with him and travel for 2 years?
I thought it was a very sweet gesture.
No, that is
Where's
not
the key,
happening.
Miss Hagewood, to their home?
It's in my pocket.
Okay, would you please hand that to my bailiff Juan? I'd just like to see the key.
You just want to see
For real?
it?
Just hand Mr. Juan
Wow.
the key. Thank you.
Does that make you happy?
Yeah, it does.
Based on everything I've heard today, Miss Hagewood, I want you to understand something. If your relationship fails, don't just blame him. It takes 2.
I know.
Him and his mother, because it's not you.
Okay, thank you.
This key
Wow.
is not only the key to your home, but it's the key to your heart and the key to this marriage. You've got a choice to make.
I do understand that.
You can have your wife and your children and your family, or you can have the freedom to pursue riding off in the sunset on that blue and white short bus with your mother, riding shotgun.
Oh.
That's the choice you have, sir.
Wow. Comes down to this.
There's no compromise here. What is the decision you're gonna make?
I love you, Mom, and as much as it pains me, kills me, I do know that if I put enough effort into this relationship and I disarm how frustrated she is with me, I think that this can work. And maybe the bus can just be a weekend thing.
Okay. Miss Hagewood, I want you to support him in his decision. Don't make him feel guilty. Don't make him feel bad about it. Encourage it, because it really is the right thing to do. I would like for you to hand the key to this Mrs. Hagewood.
You will not be getting
And
this back.
listen, you are welcome, I'm sure. Miss Hagewood seems like a very reasonable person. You are welcome to come over when invited.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, allow them to grow together in their marriage and handle these peaks and valleys and a lot of things that they're gonna face as a young married couple. And they don't need you to fix their problems all the time. You're not doing them a favor. You're handicapping him, because he needs to know how to function in this marriage as an adult, as they function as the head of their households in their own homes. And this may seem harsh to you, but deep down, you know it's the right thing to do. So I want you to do it. And I wish all of you well. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I am feeling pretty good about things right now. I do have the key, which is great. I feel like Colleen will hopefully listen and announce her presence before she comes over.
Judge Faith, she, pressured me into a spot that I really needed to come to grips with. Making the decision, I made that choice, and I'm definitely not gonna go back on that.
I definitely want to have a better relationship with my daughter-in-law, Katie. I guess I didn't really realize how much my relationship with my son was coming between them.